Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Today we're back here with a kill count. Today we're here with the 2022 film, Talk to Me. This is gonna get pretty dark since we're dealing with a lot of psychological issues. I mean, it's George Peele again, from Get Out and Us, I think. Don't know, but, well, we're about to hop into this one. See how many people managed to get through this and see who's moving on to the afterlife. Shall we? Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's go.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Talk to Me, an Australian film released in 2023. Right. Talk to Me feels like so-called elevated horror by way of Gen Z youth culture. Though it deals with topics like loss and grief, it balances those heavy themes with a slick style and fun scenes. The movie follows a bunch of kids who play around with a cursed hand that lets them contact spirits. But this ain't just a five-fingered Ouija board. By saying a couple of sentences, the handholder invites the spirits inside their body for a brief little 90-second hit of possession. Talk to Me is the feature film debut of directors Danny and Michael Filippo. The twin brothers are known for their stunt videos and comedy sketches on their YouTube channel Racka Racka, which has racked up nearly 7 million subscribers since they started uploading in 2013.
Every single video was like strengthening us as filmmakers, like learning different aspects of the industry and like trying to tackle a different practical effect or VFX or stunt. It was like, yeah, it was just learning and learning as we went along.
I never watched Racka Racka, and I didn't know the Filippos, but while researching this episode, I couldn't help but feel super proud of them. The brothers have been making home movies their entire lives, and settled into YouTube because it was fun and found them an audience. After years of online content creation, they were ready to make something more personal and vulnerable, even if they weren't entirely familiar with how the film industry worked.
I'd already reached out to some studios, and I said, I've got a script, and they're like, this is not how you approach people.
The Filippos insisted on making this movie their way and maintaining creative integrity. They turned down bigger studios and a higher budget to shoot in their hometown of Adelaide, South Australia, with a cast of mostly unknown Australian actors. They kept the set loose and allowed the actors to play during rehearsals, working improvised bits into the script.
It was never boring, and I don't think we actually ever did anything remotely similar twice.
The result is a movie no one could have guessed was made by first-time filmmakers. The visuals are captivating, the cast is uniformly excellent, and there are plenty of solid non-jump scares throughout. You can maybe see where things are going before they get there, but this is undeniably a fresh take on the familiar. I'm so glad their efforts paid off, since after it played at Sundance, Talk to Me was picked up by the most prestigious indie film company around. How many kills will happen when a bunch of kids keep high-fiving evil? Ugh, speaking of crappy kids.
Hello.
Trick or treat! No,
Hi, Zorn.
sorry, Zorn. We're not doing this again this year.
Oh, fine.
Dang it.
I guess it's time for Plan B. Now, give me your Lawnmower 4.0 from today's sponsor, Manscaped.
Are you threatening me?
What? Oh, no. Just showing you what I use to shave. It's not
You kind of harsh.
Ugh, no, it's not. But you've come to the right place. Let me introduce you to Manscaped's latest innovation in elevating your grooming game. It's the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra.
Wait, 5.0?
5 is bigger than 4.
It sure is. It builds on the Lawnmower 4.0's excellence with next-gen dual skin-safe blade heads, with an upgraded trimmer blade and an interchangeable foil blade. You see, the trimmer blade starts your grooming session, then you swap it for the foil blade, which gently glides over your skin, capturing even the finest hairs.
And to think, I've only been using the one blade.
I know, that was real dumb of you. But it's more than just about the blade. The 5.0 also has an upgraded LED light that's bigger and has a dual temperature feature to accommodate and flatter a variety of skin tones.
Come to think of it, my complexion does lack your youthful, muscular glow.
You're starting to creep me out again.
And with all these innovations, the 5.0 still has all the features we know and love, like USB-C charging and a 3-level battery indicator, and of course, it's waterproof.
You know what? I'm sold. Can I have that one?
No,
Maybe trade you the knife for it?
No, that's okay. You can have this.
Thanks.
Bye.
You can try the new Lawnmower 5.0 and join the 9 million jewel jostlers who have already taken the Manscaped plunge by heading over to manscaped.com and using code KILLCOUNT20 to get a 20% discount and free international shipping. How many kills will happen when a bunch of kids keep high-fiving evil? Let's find out and get to them.
Here we go. Man, A24.
The movie begins at an Australian rager, where a concerned young man named Cole asks around for his brother Duckett. He finds him locked in a bedroom, and sadly, not for cool makeout reasons. Duckett's mumbling about their dead dad, and his issues are quickly becoming content, which Cole tries to prevent without much success. Man, being a teen now must suck. Duckett goes viral by stabbing his brother in the chest, and then by taking too close a look at his own weapon. Damn, why are those kids still hanging out back there? Did they not see the attempted knife murder a second ago? This entire opening scene is done in a single unbroken 2-minute long take. It was the last thing they shot during production, with a bunch of Raka Raka fans as background actors. A wonder like this requires a lot of coordination, and they're lucky they pulled it off. They only had 10 prop doors to break through, and it took them all 10 takes to get the shot. It's been 2 years to the day since
Man, I gotta say, what Duckett? No, like, okay. Also, the guy that got stabbed, like, he was just trying to help, and he just got stabbed for it. Like, I don't want to go. I will never leave. Just something that I could imagine that, but weird. I know, but it fits in a way. Anyway,
Mia's mom Rhea died. Mia still has her contacts saved in her phone, but seems like she wants to delete her dad's.
You getting a cold?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude can't even get close enough to her to be in focus. The relationship is colder than that kitchen's lighting. The lighting's much warmer, and the home much more lived in, over at the house of Mia's best friend Jade. She's closer to them, especially Jade's little brother Riley, a bit of a dorky kid who gets bullied by a shitty best friend.
He looks elvish.
What's elvish?
You know, like the fantasy elves.
Shut up.
Jade forgot to pick up her brother, so Mia has to do it, and the two sing Sia's chandelier in the car. This Mia-Sia collab is in here, since the singer is a fellow Adelaidean, and she let the Filippos use the song in their movie for a reduced fee. Carpool karaoke is cut short by a wounded kangaroo in the road, which makes this the second Australian horror movie I've seen where this is an issue. Sissy's great, by the way. Riley says they should put the roo out of its misery, but Mia can't bring herself to do it, and we'll just stash this scene away in a little box marked foreshadowing. They get to Jade's house, where they greet her with makeshift soccer boppers. Bonk! She's been on the phone with Daniel, her goody two-shoes boyfriend with whom Mia has a slight past.
Hey, was my boyfriend before he was
yours? Oh my god, you guys held hands once 3 years ago. That doesn't mean anything.
Mia wants them to go out to a classmate's house where people are posting about their game and conjuring night. The social media angle is part of what drew the Filippo brothers to this story, filtered through their own experiences as veteran content creators.
What would happen if there's like a horror scenario in today's setting with phones and social media?
The original idea for Talk to Me came from their friend Daley Pearson, an executive producer on the hit Australian kids TV show Bluey. Danny Filippo took Pearson's idea and made it more serious instead of comedic, as he co-wrote the screenplay with their longtime collaborator Bill Hinsman. Nope, not the one from Night of the Living Dead. Before the girls leave, they see Jade's mom Sue. Sue loves Mia, but is a bit more short-tempered when it comes to her own flesh and blood.
Riley, get your shit off the table.
Jesus, I've never seen a kid get yelled at for doing homework before. Sue smells a party, but lets the girls go anyway. Riley blackmails his way into coming too.
Alright, then I'll tell Mum.
Yeah, well, she pretty much already knows.
What about you not picking me up?
The three head to this combination house and record store for some exercising with Haley, a prickly peer who's not a fan of Mia's.
She irritates the fuck out of me.
Jade's Christian boy toy Daniel is also here. He hugs Jade, and Mia welcomes him with arms a bit too wide open.
They're friends, Haley.
You keep telling yourself that.
Haley's played by Zoe Terakis, who's in the upcoming Marvel series Ironheart. The Filippos didn't have a gender in mind for the character, so Haley wound up non-binary and trans just like their actor.
I don't think they saw this role going to a trans person. But they were obviously open to it.
Haley is hosting this party with Joss, and they're ready to get handy-dandy. Mia gets upset when she sees Jade and Daniel holding hands, so she volunteers for first handshake of the night. Haley and Joss say the ceramic hand is a real severed hand of a mediums or a Satanist. No one really knows. Standard operating possession for a porcelain predator hand clasp requires a chair for you to sit in and a belt to hold you in place. You start by lighting a candle, which opens a spiritual door, and you end by blowing it out to safely eject the hard drive. Finally, you can't be possessed by a spirit for more than 90 seconds, or else the spirit will want to stay in you forever. Although the hand is now so famous, A24 sells an incense holder version, it wasn't always part of the script, which originally featured a boring old Ouija board.
It was like so last second, like we got the hand on set the day we were shooting it.
The much more iconic ceramic hand was molded by production designer Bethany Ryan, who modeled it after her own hand. 6 hands were made for production, but 3 of them got broken, and they're not entirely sure where one of them is. Everything written on them.
So lost 1, broke 3, 2 left. Yikes. All I can say is, oh Lord, that ain't good. Man, what is with people just stealing props? Like, what is... Yeah, I get... There's, like, a lot of people that do that. Like, remember Cronus? They couldn't find the original because they think someone stole it. Yeesh. You gotta feel bad for the prop makers. Like... Anyway.
The hand is purposeful and means something, but the Philippos won't give answers freely. They want people to decode it for themselves. To make contact with the spirit, Mia holds the hand and says the name of the movie.
Talk to me.
The jump scare unplugs Mia before she can say the second part, I let you in, but peer pressure makes her give it another shot with the spirit of a waterlogged drowned woman.
I let you in.
I'll let you in.
Even though the ghosts in Talk to Me are barely on screen, they still had to suffer a special hell due to COVID-19 production protocols.
That poor guy, he was on set for 10 minutes. And like he had to quarantine for a week to be in that. He sat
shot.
down, like, roll, all right, got it. And he's like, oh, okay. And then like he
Yeah,
like
he
traveled all the way
just
there
gone.
for like half a second on screen.
Mia reopens her eyes, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes, and shows off her new power of gendering neon signs.
There he is.
She's apparently seen spirits all over the place, including one that she says is really into Riley. He's super thrilled about that. Seriously,
Creepy.
that's...
Riley?
Yeah, he loves it. As the 90-second limit approaches, they try to take the hand back, but Mia won't let it go. Looks like that overtime clock is gonna...
Run, run.
Well after the buzzer, they manage to make Mia unshake hands. Even though the drowned woman's soul was steeped a little too long inside of her, Mia says it felt amazing, and the crowd goes wild. Everyone loves it. Well, you know, almost everyone. This
Sorry,
possession
Riley.
scene features a powerhouse performance from Sophie Wilde, who'd only been in 2 miniseries before this
You
film.
didn't- you
The
don't
directors
know.
encouraged her to improvise while possessed, and she ended up setting the tone for everyone in the cast.
Sophie?
I do feel like we all kind of followed Soph's lead in that way. Like, I was shit scared when I read the script and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be so embarrassing.
Riley can't sleep that night after hearing that a spirit has a crush on him. His real sibling rejects his slumber party proposal, so he crashes with his honorary big sis. Mia tries to comfort him with tales of her own nightmares.
I'm looking in the mirror. My reflection is gone.
Great, now he's gonna be afraid of vampires too. Mia also opens up about her mom's passing, but the bedtime story is more Haunting of Hill House and less Goodnight Moon. Well, with those sweet lullabies, Riley falls asleep to the British YouTube channel Sidemen as they play some kind of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game. The guys on Sidemen are personal friends of the Philippos, who have appeared in videos on their channel. I wonder if KSI played the slimy ghost hand tucking Riley in. At school,
Probably not.
Jade approaches Haley in the parking lot and asks if they can go to the Ahanda show again. Haley agrees, so later, Daniel arrives at Jade's for the spiritual air, body, and being. Sue senses something is up and tries to suss out a party in a valiant effort.
What time's the party again?
What party?
The party. Jay told me. It's okay. What time?
But the kids don't break rank before Sue has to leave to work the night shift. Sue is played
Bye,
by
Sue.
no living man, but Miranda Otto, who was Eowyn in The Lord of the Rings. She's also got creepy cred thanks to the chilling adventures of Sabrina and Annabelle Creation. The Philippos were intimidated to approach an actress of
Cameron.
her stature, but she ended up becoming everyone's aunt on set, even asking permission to swear before improvised takes.
You. My daughter's vagina. Prohibited.
Oh my god, Mum.
Once Sue rolls out, Haley and Joss roll into Jade's house where there's a children's drawing of Nick Taylor on the wall.
Okay.
Bloody Aussies. Before the fun starts,
Aussie,
they
Aussie,
get
Aussie.
everyone a little extra spooked by talking about the ceramic hand's rightward partner.
The other hand's just out there. Somewhere.
Although that wasn't an official tease for a sequel, the filmmakers did write a book of lore for the hand that this film only hints at.
It's called the Mythology Bible, so we've got that, yeah. It's a big prologue. Yeah. It's a trilogy.
Good thing they prepared, since Talk to Me did so well at the box
Oh, yeah,
office,
we got
and
another
24 has already greenlit a sequel, Talk to Me, the number 2. Goody 2 crushes Daniel wants to go first this time, and we initially watch through a phone screen as he chokes down a soul. The spirit possessing him tells Jade that Danny Boy secretly finds her disgusting.
You make him soft.
Yo, this spirit's a
The spirit
Tell
inside
me.
Danny is hornier than a triceratops. It licks his lips in Mia's general direction, and pretty soon, Danny Boy's his pipes are calling. He falls to the ground in sexual frustration and even Frenches a bulldog. Oh, hey, is that why they're called that? No need
I
to
don't know,
call
pretty sure
Australian
not.
Pete either.
Can someone
Danny's
get him
actor
out?
Otis Donji was filmed making out with a dog puppet, and that shot was merged with one of the real dog licking a treat. As the credits
Okay.
say, no dogs were kissed in the making of this film. When he snaps out of it, the
Oh,
humiliated
yo,
Daniel
whoa.
demands they delete all video evidence and storms out when when they refuse. Jade gets pissed on his behalf for, you know, like 30 seconds, but then it's time to get handsy again.
Yeah, honestly,
the most
that's
fun
a punch to the
sequence of the
face.
film begins with a cool low-to-the-floor tracking shot as they lock the dog out of the room. I love the framing the shot ends on. Then we get a montage with lots of fun moments and incredible sound editing. They prank each other with the hand, smoke joints with the hand, turn the hand into a penis. It's great. All the while, everyone's taking their turns getting possessed. And Mia even sings the French song used to score the scene, the 1957 Edith Piaf tune, La Foule. The lyrics to La Foule are about connections and joined hands, so it was the perfect needle drop for the Philippos to use. The brothers only had a few hours to cover this sequence, so they took over from the crew and filmed it themselves with 2 cameras. They pulled it off because the cast was so comfortable with the directors, as a result of rehearsals and bonding exercises like going to a haunted town in Adelaide.
There's a montage sequence, and we had all the actors doing lots of different spirits and things like that. We had the main ones we wanted to hit for particular reasons, but then also some other stuff that we played around with.
The way everyone acts here, and the way they film themselves being stupid, feels a lot like kids experimenting with drugs, especially salvia, a super potent smokable hallucinogen whose effects only lasts a few minutes, similar to the Possession's 90-second time limit. The parking lot scene where they hit up Haley feels a lot like a drug deal. Of course, these parallels were intentional.
Talk to Me is about kids that use demonic possession to get high.
Once they've all had enough, Riley...
Yeah, that does sound like well, everyone just getting high as hell on the Possessions. Wow. Gotta say, really interesting. Whew. Sorry, Eddie, go on. Moving along.
He asks for a turn. Jade forbids it as his older sister. Sure hope nobody says anything they're gonna regret soon.
3, 2, 1.
Like you're my favorite person in the world.
Oof. Jade and Daniel bail, leaving Mia in charge, and she gives Riley the green light for 50 seconds of ghost mode. That time limit turns into more of a suggestion, though, when the spirit inhabiting him takes on a familial tone.
I miss you so much, me.
Since the apparent spirit of her dead mom is offering warm words of love and comfort, Mia extends the lease on Riley past its allotted 50 seconds,
I want to get her
then
out of there.
past the 90-second limit. That does not work out great, since Riley begins slamming his head against the table violently. Yo,
geez.
was Mia's mom into metal? Because they can't stop this head banging. Hell, they just barely stop Riley from plucking out his own eyeball. Oh God,
geez.
this is
Get him off,
fucked.
get him off,
Things
get him
go
off.
from fucked
Oh,
to
boy.
critically fucked when the sharp corner of a cabinet gets involved. It doesn't stop until Jade comes back to lend a hand. I've seen a lot of sick shit, but this scene is still hard to watch. No wonder Mia disassociates and takes a stroll down the hall. In the ensuing cop-filled chaos, Mia sees her mom's ghost, or possibly the ghost of a milkmaid. The living parents get involved, but the kids still stick to their story that Riley wasn't on drugs. He just, I don't know, he just started doing it, I guess. Mia wants to support her little brother from another mother, but Jade doesn't want her at the hospital, and neither emphatically does Sue.
Please, can I just see him?
You come back here, I'm gonna call the police.
At least Mia can turn to her own mother now, since she follows her ghost reflection into the hospital bathroom, where she audibly reenacts her death.
Mom? Mom, is that you?
Too bad when she opens the stall door, she finds it desocupado. Mia takes cover from angry moms in the stairwell, where Daniel finds her and offers a strictly platonic ride home. She repays the favor with a mostly platonic offer to spend the night.
We're just friends. It's not like it's illegal or anything.
He knows it's a bad idea, but he does it anyway. And when they get to her house, she asks him to do hand stuff. Oh, come on, I mean the porcelain kind. She wants him to use the hand so her dead mom can use his body to talk to her again. But Daniel says he's never doing that shit again. Will she settle for a slightly flirty hand measuring contest? Despite those digital fireworks, the two sleep top to tail. But all that does is give Mia the chance to admire Dan's manly calves. It gets her so riled up, she has an awesome transition into Dream World, where the shot goes from seemingly overhead to profile as she steps out of the bed to finally start kissing on Daniel. Her dream romance is interrupted by a less fun kind of bang. It's a dream of the night her mom passed and was found dead by her dad. With this visual depiction, I'll put Mia's mom on the count. Mia wakes up and thinks everything's back to normal, but then she spots that soggy ghost lady again. Damn, what's she doing? Dies a passenger of the Titanic? I don't know, but whoever she is, she's hungry for all of Daniel's little piggies. She don't mind sucking on toes. Good luck finding a ghost friend who sucks toes. Ah! Mia screams for Daniel to wake up, but when he does, he finds Mia deep throating his foot. Jesus, there's a lot of
What did she get
making out
possessed?
in this movie. He hoofs it out of there, and she decides to talk to the hand by herself, which is never a good idea. You always want to have a sitter with you. Mia sees her Skyrim-looking mom, and she's got a quest for her.
Mia?
Love you, Ed.
Riley needs help.
Yeah, she'll get to it. Right after snuggle time. When nobody living will love you, sometimes you gotta find comfort in ghost arms. Riley needs some help since the spirit world is still going to town on his soul. His body ain't looking so hot either. Amazing work by makeup artist Helen Tuck here, applying makeup effects to prosthetics made by veteran Australian effects company MEG, or Makeup Effects Group. The characters and ghosts in Talk to Me go through a wide range of decay and damage throughout the film, and Tuck's work is masterful every step of the way. Just when Jade thinks Riley might be pulling through, he bites her bad hand and starts knocking on heaven's floor. Then he starts lapping up blood like a demon dog. He's worse than Jesus from Kronos. Like, way worse. Look at this. Riley is played by 15-year-old Joe Bird, who had previously been in the 2017 Australian horror movie Rabbit as a 10-year-old. Bird kind of pulls double duty here. One part of his role is being a possessed soul puppet, which he does a great job at. He even did his own stunts banging his head against a rubber ledge. Prior to his possession, he also excels as an authentically awkward teenager.
I know Riley's a bit of a loner, and I guess I'm a bit of a loner too, so yeah.
Aw, thanks, Zoe.
No, in a good way, way.
Mia reconvenes the Five-Finger Death Bunch to ask them if they've also been seeing things, like how she has with her ghost mom and the toe-sucking Titanic lady.
What do you mean, sucking your feet?
They haven't, probably since none of them went longer than 90 seconds, like Mia did when they couldn't get the hand off of her at first. Joss and Haley got the hand from Duckett, that troubled young man from the opening scene, so they all go to meet with Cole, Duckett's brother, who we saw stabbed in the chest, but he survived. Cole doesn't want anything to do with them, but Mia connects with him over their respective losses. I love the blocking in this shot of everyone on the bus. It's great. Cole tells them there may be hope for Riley yet when he reveals an additional rule from the Handbook for the Recently Possessed.
They get weaker the longer they're in.
Yep, he says they've just got to run out the clock. Then Riley can be Smiley again. This potential good news isn't enough to make Jade completely forgive Mia.
I wish that you didn't force yourself into my family, Mia.
Mia parries the painful words with an idea. Maybe they didn't blow out the candle for Riley, and if they go back and do that now, it'll properly sever the connection. For the record, they did not blow out the candle when things got nuts. I specifically checked the second time I watched the movie. They decide to give this plan a shot and take the hand from Haley and Joss, who gladly give it up before exiting the movie frame right. In Riley's hospital room, they set up one last arm wrestling match of the damned. Mia tries saying talk to him, but it doesn't work. I don't think you can rent out another person's body for possession. She thinks maybe Riley's spirit can be reached, so she plugs herself in, only to find a little ghost girl staring at her. She asks the girl if she knows where Riley is, and the girl says she can show her.
I let you in.
Oh my god, she takes her to Shunting Land! Jesus Christ, it's like nudist day at the Golden Corral here. There are even a few frames of a lady eating a baby, what the fuck? This horrific nightmare scene was directly inspired by Society, one of my absolute favorite B movies, which features the famous shunting scene. Originally, this nightmare scene was over 2.5 minutes long. To get an R rating, they had to cut it down to 15 seconds. Convinced that Riley is destined to eternal torment in Handland, Mia goes home to sulk, only for her dad to drop a mom bomb. Watch the movie or our explicit cut for more context about what he says. Mia storms off to her room where the spirit, who probably isn't actually her mom, says her dad isn't actually her dad.
He's going to hurt you.
This increasingly wet spirit is half right at least, since the bad dad who bursts into Mia's room isn't real. We see her actual father downstairs at the same time. And we know he's the real one, because he sucks at breaking down doors to save loved ones. He eventually succeeds this time, but for his troubles, Mia inadvertently stabs him in the neck with scissors. Accidental attempted fratricide isn't enough to stop Mia from her mission to save Riley. And since he's the main course of an endless evil spirit buffet, there's only one way to do that.
He needs to die.
Mia calls Jade and tricks her into leaving the hospital, even though Jade says Riley's doing better on his own. His recovery tracks with what Cole said earlier.
Spotty should kick him out.
Sue's still at the hospital, but with Riley getting better, she forgives Mia.
You're not Riley's friend, Mia. You're his family.
Still, it's too late for this gesture. The only one Mia trusts anymore is her spirit mom. She takes advantage of Sue's forgiveness by asking to be alone with Riley. When she is, she sees him as a disgusting deadite witch, and it's calling eternal dibs on his body.
He's ours.
The greasy ghost says Mia can't save Riley and dares her to stab him in little brother form. But Mia can't find the strength to purposefully do to Riley what she accidentally did to her dad. Speaking of whom, Jade gets to Mia's house and finds him injured but still alive in Mia's bedroom. The spirit inside of Riley conjures up a kangaboo to remind Mia she's soft, but that gets her thinking of an easy way out. She'll let traffic do the work for her. Jade calls her mom to tell her that Mia is a danger to Riley's everywhere, but it's too late. Mia's already kidnapped him. In her mind though, she's just taking gross granny out for a stroll. Aw, that's nice. Mia gets the wheelchair to the highway and prepares to dump Riley into the road. She even gets a pep talk from her ghost mom.
I'm so proud of you.
But Mom's damp makeover suggests she's just been the drowned woman this whole time. Her power was strong enough at first to appear as Mia's mom, but now she's losing that disguise since she's weak from being inside Mia so long. Jade gets back in time to see what's going on, and what happens after Mia lets go of the wheelchair is a bit ambiguous. All we know is that Mia's body hits the windshield of a passing car fucking hard. But don't worry, looks like she's a-okay. Just
give it a minute.
oddly ignored by everyone around her. That's a little. Oh, and now she's magically instantly standing in the hospital?
Yeah, she's dead.
Never mind, she did. Whether she jumped herself or was pushed by Jade, it's hard to tell, even in slow motion. But regardless, Mia's car
Probably
stunt
pushed? I don't
landed
know,
her on
hard
the
to
kill
tell.
count. As a spirit, Mia walks around the hospital. She sees that Riley has fully recovered and is able to get discharged with his happy family. She sees her dad there too, and I can't tell if that means he's okay or if the elevator he gets into signifies his death, but it's all too ambiguous for me to add him to the count. One thing's for sure though,
Maybe the
Mia's
sequel
left all
happened.
alone, and upon reflection, that nightmare she spoke of earlier was a prophecy. She's stuck in the spirit realm now, waiting for any kind of contact. This hand might do. What happens if you grab it? Oh, son of a bitch. It reveals that Mia's now on the other side of the spiritual possession game.
I let you in.
And I let you in to the numbers, so let's get to them.
Uh-oh.
Now what?
I didn't do it. Hello?
What is that?
The hell? Oh, is this?
Talk to me.
I think I tripped the circuits again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whoops.
Only 3 people died in Talk to Me, 1 man and 2 women. That gives us this gender
2 to 1.
breakdown, which has only been seen 2 other times on this show before.
Orphan
in
and
The
the
Dentist and Orphan. With a runtime of 95 minutes, Talk to Me had a kill on average every 31.67 minutes. I'll give the Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill to Duckett for firing the starting gun. It's an excellent end to that long one take, and an excellent start to the film. And no dull machete for this one, because all of the deaths in this film had some sort of impact. And that's it. Talk to Me was made for just $4.5 million and recouped its budget on the first day of its release. Like I mentioned,
Damn, dude.
A24 has already
Way to go,
greenlit a
Rocco.
sequel, and turns out the Filippo brothers have already shot a phone-based Duckett prequel too. Pulled the tie west with that one. Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been The Kill Count. Hey everybody, thanks a lot.
So, sequel to Talk to Me. Gonna have to look out for that one. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Till next time. See ya.